Well, I thought it was a very tough game in the first half, and just glad that we came out and made a run in the third quarter and started to play Towson basketball.
Yeah, that first half, really fast paced, both teams running up and down the floor. What was your thoughts on the way that game went? It was two very similar styles.
Yeah, and our team and their team, we match up well. They're up tempo as well as us. They put pressure on the ball. They turn people over, and so it was a tale of two teams just battling in the first half. And then luckily in the second half, we kind of stretched it a little bit.
Aleah flips the script kind of in the USW game and able to have four strong quarters. Didn't struggle in that first half. What do you see different from her tonight that she was able to, go from start to finish?
Well, we knew, looking at the scout, we knew that they were going to push the ball. We knew they were going to put pressure, and we couldn't afford to let them get a run and get away with it. And Aleah, I told her before the game, I need you to score. I need you to shoot the ball, and that's exactly what she did.
And Aleah, another great night for her, 19 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
She does everything, and it seems like we see a new aspect of her game almost every game.
Yeah.
How has it been this year for her, just her second year here and just her development?
Yeah, I mean, she's put in the work, and it's funny because today at our pregame meal, we explained to them what a Swiss Army knife was. They didn't know. And so we told them about, the different things, the different tools, and Allie's definitely one of those players. And, Nari and a lot of them, we call them, now they know why we call them a Swiss Army knife. They thought maybe it meant they were tough or something. But, that versatility is crucial when we play teams like that.
The bench, 28 points off your bench, just 6 from Charleston's. We see that a lot, I feel like, when it comes to you compared to another team's depth. Talk about the depth of this team, and led by Skye Williams tonight with 15 points off the bench for herself individually.
Yeah, the depth has worked well for us this year. I noticed that College of Charleston was getting a little tired, and when you can go to the bench and have no drop off, where you've got players, really good players coming off the bench, you can just keep throwing them at them. And Skye did really well. I mean, she was poised. She shot the ball well, and she played great defense.
You look at your last game against Charleston, Anna Carrico, 30-something points, able to limit her to 15 tonight and slowed her down through a majority of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the game plan? Did you execute that the way you wanted to?
Yeah, we did. We knew that she's the catalyst for that team, and if we could stop her and keep her out of the middle, we knew we would be successful. And Aleah did a great job. Skye, they did a great job in keeping her out of the middle.
Aleah mentioned it earlier. Obviously they beat you the first time around. You guys beat FAMU. The parity of the league.
Yeah.
What does that make? What's special about the CAA in that way, where it can be legitimately anyone, any night, beating anybody?
Yeah, I think in the CAA, you're absolutely right. On any given night, I mean, you look at teams and what they say have on paper, but then when you get into the thick of things, it is very, very different. And that's what we're seeing, so much parity in the league, that it's tough right now. And, a team could be at the bottom and then knock you out. So we have to be prepared every single game and be up for every single game.
And then last question. First time in Towson's history, both women's and men's teams, 20-plus wins. Just the fifth program nationwide to have both the men's and women's team with 20-plus wins. What does it say about this athletic department and basketball culture here?
Yeah, it is. It is exhilarating, I tell you. We've been cheering for the men, and they've been cheering for us, and watching each other's practices and just pushing each other. And then with the department just pushing, and and allowing us to have the resources to do the things we do, and then the support. Being at the games, it is really, it's a good feeling, and to know that somebody has your back.
I think we did really well. One thing we need to work on was rebounding. Like Coach Rich said, emphasize on rebounding. I think we did really good, like at the end of the quarter, just boxing out and rebounding and pushing the ball.
Your night tonight, 7 of 11 from the floor, 15 total points. How do you feel going out there today? I mean, especially in that first half, that first stretch, you were really reliable over the last
Yeah, I mean, I felt good. I was just playing like me, like Coach Rich said, just shoot the ball when you're open and just be confident in what I do. And so that's what I did.
What's it like being on this team where points any game can come from anybody on this roster? You know, it could be Aleah, it could be you, it could be Nari one night, it could be Rain Tucker, Kylie. What's it like playing in that kind of roster?
Yeah, so I mean, that's the good thing about our team. Like, you never know who's gonna come out and like be the weapon on the team. So I mean, we have like the bench players coming out scoring, like Kylie, me, just like the rest of them. And so I think that's really good. Like, you don't really know who's gonna come out and step up and play their game.
And like we asked Aleah, the CAA, anyone can beat anyone any day. What do you like about playing in this league and how competitive it can be?
It is competitive. Like, you never know what team is gonna step up. I mean, it's always competition, whoever we play, and we just have to be consistent in what we do and just play hard.
A lot of good things from this game tonight. How do you take, especially the fast start, first, you think about the UNCW game, slow start. How do you take what you guys were able to do here in this game and play all 4 quarters into the rest of your season?
Yeah, we did play a fast start. Coach Rich emphasized on just playing fast and just getting it out the way. So.
Yeah, I mean, they were a good team. I mean, they just came off a win against JMU, and then even before that, like, beating Drexel, so reigning champs. So we knew that they were a good team. They also beat us. So first of all, just props to them for just good. So I think we just played better today. We started off the game strong. I mean, what Coach Rich always says, you got to start off strong in the first quarter, especially against good teams like Charleston. So that's exactly what we did.
For you, you had a rough start to the UNCW game, a little slow, but then you were able to really be effective all 4 quarters tonight. Did you sense something different between the UNCW game and tonight, or it was just doing your normal thing out there?
I think this was a get back game. I mean, Coach Curley always tells me, you have to be consistent, and you always have to consistently try to be like a dog and like always want to just like go out there, kind of like how I did tonight on every game. But this game was definitely a get back game. We had to show that we can play with them. And the last game we didn't play our best, but it was more personal this game. But I think that's why I really came out. That's why but we came out even stronger because we had lost against them last time. So, but I think it's just all about consistency now, just coming out against every team, whether we beat them before or didn't, just coming out strong like we did in the first quarter today.
You mentioned how Charleston coming off the JMU win, they beat Drexel.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you win today. You beat JMU, tough game against Drexel and Delaware. What does that say about the CAA and the parity of the league, that anyone can beat anyone any given night?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of why I love playing in this league. You really never know. I mean, Drexel and Delaware played today. I'm not really sure what the score was. I don't know who won, but anybody can win. There's no team that you can just kind of lay down against, or really no team. I mean, UNCW went into overtime earlier in the season with Drexel. So I like playing in the league because it's great competition, but it shows that like there's not always going to be just one big dog. There's a bunch of dogs, and you got to just come on your A game every game or you're going to get beat.
That pace in the first half, and especially the first quarter, was really fast paced. What did you think about playing at that kind of a pace where they were really pushing the ball, you were pushing it right back, and it was basically two very similar styles
Mm-hmm.
going head-to-head against each other?
I think it was good. I mean, they played right into like our style of play, and so did we. Like Coach Rich always talks about, like, our bread and butter is pushing the ball, getting it up in transition, and trying to like score fast. But against teams like Drexel, who like to slow it down, that's where it gets a little bit tougher. But I think today it was just a really fun game for, I think, both teams just playing in the style that we both love and just getting it up the court, run outs, fast break points. And I think we just outran them today. So.